Team, so welcome back. We would normally be on Swamp Plays Games, but due to logistical issues, we won't be. So we'll be on here instead. So if you want to see what happened last time and check out the rest of the series, go on Swamp Blaze Games and find Cross of Iron. So, I hope everyone's had a lovely holiday, New Year's, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever Muslims celebrate the holiday season.
I guess.
Yes, I guess. Pure inclusiveness.
So
Also,
should I get the rudimentary N word out of the way, or someone else?
yeah, because this is not safe for kids.
Oh no! Let me do it with my new mic.
Hell
Okay.
yeah. Get prepared.
Let me lick my lips here.
All right, go ahead. Ready to hear it.
Well, I think you.
Hell yeah.
Alright, cool. Now that that's out of the way. Last time on Cross of Iron, you all blew up Tank and a bunch of guys, I think. And then Heinz Guderian showed up and rescued you all, like relieved you all or something.
What a good guy.
Yeah. You captured an officer. You got loads of shiny medals and promotions from your company commander. And you got some loot, I think, as well. Lots of loot. You got a couch as well. That was a cool bit of loot. And a coffee machine.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Best
I remember.
quality couch.
I remember. Best quality couch and a lot of coffee.
Alright, so you're back at base. You've been chilling out for the past few days. There's not really been too much going on directly at the base. There's always, like, activity, but nothing that really concerns you guys so much. You've been given base a couple of days to relax after your successful mission and recover, and given what medical attention you need. And unless you've had some rudimentary plates put into your head to fix up the injury and some skin grafts, you know, so you look all handsome again.
Hell yeah.
Because a commissar, that's important.
I can't get through security without a doctor's note. Fuck.
Trying to think what else happened. None of the rest of you really got crippled, I think, as far as I know. I know Pasta nearly died, but he got miraculously saved by the Emperor or something.
Oh yeah, because he got evaporated by
a tank shell, but then he, like, the holy power of the Emperor protected him.
Yeah, that was close call.
So, after a while, you are all assembled once again as Lieutenant Dan basically came to you the night before and said, you know, right chaps, we have a new operation in the morning, so get some rest, I'll see you there. And then the morning transitions, and now you're all here and assembled. Is there anything particular you want to do before your briefing?
I'm gonna pray.
Gonna pray.
I'm going to double check my new stuff.
Aye.
That's it. And make sure that I have all the gear to replace the gear that kind of exploded.
Yeah, that's true. I'm pretty sure I said you all basically just replaced it all once you go back to base, so because part of your signature gear, basically.
Since Pius is praying, I suppose I have to pray with him.
Since it seems that I'm big dumb and forgot to write down what we got for armor and so on, could you remind me?
You've got flak armor that's good quality, and it gives you. Let me double check, actually. It's either light carapace or it's like good quality flak.
Was it light carapace?
Yeah, actually, I think it might be.
Yeah, because that's.
We already had light carapace.
Yeah, you've got light carapace, gives 5 armor points.
Aye. Alright, thanks.
Okay. Right. After a while you all kind of check yourselves over and make yourself presentable, Dan walks over to you and is like, "Alright, Bravo Squad, follow me, the captain's got our briefing."
Okay then. Lead the way, Commissar.
Some things just don't add up here.
Hey, lead the way.
They said 6 million Imperial citizens were burned, but we only found 3 burning sites.
Oh no. Well, darn it.
Righty-ho. You'll more or less file in, and the captain and the lieutenant salute each other. Says, "Bravo squad's all ready and presented, ma'am." And she says, "Thank you, Lieutenant Phillips. Alright, Bravo. I won't bore you too much with details, but I will give you a brief operational view of how things are going so far. As you can see," she presents you to the hololith, we've captured the city of Riga. It's all more or less secure, a few stragglers here and there, but the Krieger infantry are clearing it up. It should all be secure any day now, fully. General... let's find him. Where is he? General Volta-Modal will be taking his corps down south to Kiev, while Heinz Guderian, I believe you met the Honourable General in your last operation, will be going with Army Group North to Leningrad, up here. Now, the assault's already begun down south, and our regiment has the honour of supporting the assault in a very important way. During the initial assault, our Army Group South came under a lot of fire from an artillery at this position here. It's called Hill, we've coded it Hill 59.
Where?
Right here.
Okay.
And so your mission primarily will be to secure this hill, with the secondary objective of recovering any artillery pieces that are intact. However, I will stress, primary objective is to secure the hill and repel it from any possible enemy counterattacks. You will not receive much support in the assault, as our assets in the field are, many of them are already occupied. However, once the hill has been confirmed secure by Vox, we will dispatch some air assets to assist you in repelling any possible counterattack. Can't specify what those assets may entail, but we will see what we can find for you. What's available at the time, so to speak. Any questions so far?
How soon are we expected to start the attack?
You will be moving out this afternoon, as it will take you at least a day to travel from Riga down to the northern areas of Kiev.
So would we be assaulting it by night?
By our calculations, you should arrive. You will have to travel a little bit overnight, rest somewhat, and then attack at dawn. So there's quite a lot of ground to cover, but a dawn attack should be the ideal time, as that's when the guard will be changing posts.
Noted.
Any other questions?
Katja will hesitantly raise her hand.
Yes, psych specialist, Katya.
So how I understand it is we're just going to defend that hill then.
You are there to secure the hill, as there is already enemy presence upon the hill, so assault the position, secure it, and hold against any enemy counterattack.
So it's
Straightforward take and hold.
So it's clear them out and then hold it, right?
Correct.
That she just nods her head.
Any other questions before I give you your mission loadouts?
What kind... Do we know what kind of artillery pieces they have on top of the hill?
We believe they have at least a full battery of possibly 150 millimeters artillery pieces. fairly heavy ordnance. We're not too sure of the pattern as, well, the Mechanicum had an unfortunate time when this world was in its rebellion phase, shall we say. And we're not sure if they're still using standardized patterns or not.
Have they stolen guns from the Mechanicus? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, put it this way, we don't have too much intel about the initial rebellion thus far, but we have managed to capture some loyal Imperial citizens who have informed us that many of the institutions, such as the Administratum in particular, and also Mechanicus, and the Adeptus Arbitii presence on this world, were pretty much overrun very quickly in the initial rebellion as they realized they would prove to be quite resistant. So it's logical to assume that any gear left and equipment left behind will have been appropriated by the rebels.
We'll have to treat this like a sorry, I just had a brain fart. We'll have to treat this like a serious engagement then, not just some rebels, some very heavily armed rebels.
Indeed, they are more undoubtedly equipped with military-grade equipment, so... You'll have already seen that by now from your last operation with the Russ tanks that have been acquired by them.
Exactly, that's actually what I was wondering. We're uncertain if it was taken from the Mechanicus. Is that what you were saying?
Either the Mechanicus, or possibly in combination with the local PDF regiments, as they would have had some equipment left behind as well.
And they would have things like the things they just used in Riga. You think so?
Quite possibly, so... As I said, just be very cautious.
I don't know what this is, but it does not look like standardized Imperium equipment. And if it's one thing I know, if it's not Mechanicus made, then this just might be heresy.
It is quite possible, Father, there is some heretical business going on, shall we say, but this is why we brought specialists like you along for this operation, and for this whole endeavour to the planet, so we're all glad of the Ecclesiarchy's attention in the matter, their service.
Don't worry, Father. We'll remove the heresy.
Oh, you bet we are.
Sounds like Grot subversion.
Any other further questions? Clock's ticking. Very well.
Ready to engage the enemy.
May the Emperor bless you, bravo team. Good luck. With that,
Good luck to you as well.
she dismisses you back to where you were. And she basically, before you leave, hands you Nullus a data slate saying, mission loadout for your team.
Thanks.
Present this to the quartermaster.
Aye then, may the Emperor bless you.
Alright, chaps. Oh god, I'm so tired. Okay. Alright, chaps. We're going to be doing an uphill battle against heavily armed enemies who have nothing to lose. So let's make post-haste.
Beware of their armaments as well.
Oh, we're gonna die. Oh, we almost died last time, but now we're definitely gonna die. Oh,
Kasia, you haven't died yet, and if they're using the same
to
thing...
die, Father.
They wouldn't shoot a governor
We all die
for
someday.
crossing an imaginary line.
Bruh.
We all die someday, Katya. The best thing we
I
can
want to die
do
today, Father.
just devote
Don't
your
worry,
life.
we won't die. We've got the Emperor on our side.
Exactly. Just devote your life to the Emperor and he will keep you living.
Pull yourself together, Psyker.
Oof.
And if anything, we've got like 2 tons of explosive. We'll just blow that fucking hill up and everybody on it. Nothing to worry
I
about.
know you want to blow everything up, but
Honestly.
relax, woman.
Now, normally I would slap you in the mouth for saying that, but that's not a horrible strategy this time around.
Do we even know what these weapons can do? Do you see what they were using over there, Enrica?
Do you know what these hands can do?
Bruh.
So,
I'm gonna trust him. He's a governor, you know. Governor
It'll be-
trumps emperor. I'm pretty sure. Let's go with
Well,
that.
fine.
blasphemy!
Father, it'll be fine. No weapon can surpass the spirit of the Emperor.
Shut your heretical mouth, Katya. Or not
It's
Katya.
not
No,
the
Katya
weapon.
too. But you.
It's not the weapons themselves. It's what they can do if they're exploded. We don't know what they can do. Do you?
Alright.
I do actually. They explode if they're blown up. Yeah.
Very
Is
well.
that Gage? Is that Gage?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you remember?
We could make a
Right.
bigger explosion.
I mean,
Dude, I don't think I was around last time. I
No,
don't
this
think I
was in the very
around when
first
Gage was-
operation. He was there.
I wasn't there for the first operation.
Oh no, you weren't.
Oh,
Shit.
It's your boy.
Yeah.
Gage.
I mean,
Ah, man of culture.
Yep.
Is this the guy I'm taking the pad to?
Yeah.
he's the commissar. He'll take the responsibility
Um,
for it, I suppose.
So as you all approach the armory once again, Gage looks up and sees you enter Nullus, and he actually gets up out of his chair and gives you a good salute. He's like, "Oh hey, welcome, Commissar. Welcome, welcome. What can I do you for?"
This Gage can stand.
Yeah, this is the This is the prequel.
This was before the accident.
This was before he joined Chaos, remember?
Before he started shooting blanks.
Yep. Oh shit.
I say, we need gear for a fucking exposition that we're doing. And I hand him the PDA, but it's without the fucking because I'm a noble man with speech that's good.
Oh yeah.
Indeed.
And he's like, "Yeah, let's see what we got here. Alrighty. Let's see what we can do here, Commissar. Some interesting stuff on here. Okay, now you need to make a logistics roll. Let's see where you get your mission assignment gear. So, fortunately for you, Nullus is a Commissar, so he gets a logistics rating of 50, which is pretty good.
Damn.
And I have abundant resources.
So you get 60. So you get plus 2.
He's a rich man.
Yep, because he has noble connections, so he can like smooth things over when they do the
Okay,
roll.
so
Uh,
what am I rolling then?
give me a moment. Plus 10 as well because it's an important mission, so that's good. And then minus 10 because it's a violent impasse at the minute, right? Roll a d100. You need 60 or less. Bruh. Okay, that's 4 degrees of success.
Nice.
In addition to the listed mission assignment gear, the characters receive 2 additional items. Roll twice on the random issue gear with a plus 20 bonus to determine what additional gear is issued. So Nullus, roll 2 d10 at plus 20 each.
Watch as we get another best quality casting cat.
Hell
So
yeah.
roll one.
1d100 with a plus 20, and then roll the same again. So
1d100
plus 20.
plus 20. Does that work? How it's supposed
Yeah,
to? Yes, it
damn.
does.
Roll again just so we see what you get.
Why
Bro,
didn't you work this time?
piece of shit.
Oh
Stick
shit.
rots.
It's going to make like 67 rolls soon. Oh, there we go.
Alright, damn, that's different. Okay. First of all, Gage, after a bit of rummaging around and making some quick comments to you about where your family's from and how they're doing and all that shit, he, eventually
Oh, they're
rummages
doing great.
He rummages around and goes, "Alrighty, looks like we've got all you need here, plus some additional stuff that I found that was signed for you too. So, listen up, soldiers. Here's your basic kit: 1 smoke grenade, 1 crack grenade, 1 stun grenade." So everyone write this shit down in your mission gear. Just make a note somewhere that you've got it. So 1 smoke, crack, and 1 stun.
1 smoke, crack, and 1 what?
Stun grenade.
Alright, one vape, one drug, and 1 flashbang.
Yeah.
Tossing a flashbang.
You also all receive a single dose of stim. And all of you receive 4 hot shot charge packs for some heavy assault
4?
work. Yes. These are 1-use las shots, basically, you put your gun.
Can they be fired out of non-hot shot guns?
Yes. Imagine a las gun charge pack that's overclocked to unimaginable levels.
Is it water cooled?
And if you were to use this as an explosive, it'd be more explosive than a normal charge pack, presumably.
Possibly, yes, if you rigged it up as such to explode. Because that's actually a thing that happens in lore sometimes. Las gun charge packs can actually explode if you rig them up right. Although it is frowned upon, so.
Why is it frowned upon?
Because charge packs are a piece of holy technology from the Omnissiah.
That's
That can be recharged for eternal life, so yeah.
Yep. Remember, your equipment is always worth more than you.
Right.
unless you're like me, of a noble birth.
So, you also, Gage also pulls out some items. Not all of you get this. This is basically gear that's shared among the whole unit. 3 melter bombs.
Would give that to the explosive specialist.
Okay, I guess, Ash, you have all 3 melter bombs. And,
Ash.
well, she's driving, so that's fine.
So yeah, Ash. You've been
Can you
given.
put it in her inventory for her then, or?
Oh, I'll put it for her, yeah.
You've been given 3 destruction in a can.
Yee.
Alright, 3
This can
melt
only
up.
go. This can only go
Ain't
good.
just enough to blow up a hill. Just in case we need to. And possibly ourselves. But we'll talk about that later. That doesn't matter.
What?
Bruh.
Right. Let's see. Also, you receive a single heavy flamer
I think someone wants that.
for some heavy assault work.
I think the priest
And-
should have that one.
Han, did you just
Yeah.
do a line?
Maybe.
Don't judge him.
Father,
We're
would you
judgment
like
free
to,
him.
Father, how would you like to spray holy promethium at your enemies and the enemies of the Emperor?
Shit, nigga, that's all you had to say. Nah.
Oof.
Oh shit.
That's you.
Pasta's the big AFK.
Pastafari is AFK.
Pastafari, the biggest of gays.
Maybe if I yell loud enough.
Oh shit, there's a drill sergeant in the background. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Okay, we'll put it. We'll tell Pasta once he's here. Why are you like inching closer to me?
Oh. He's nudging ever close.
Nudging.
Okay. Now that that heavy flamer's on the table, let's see what actual other additional stuff you got due to noble birth. Okay, for some bizarre reason, you got given a box containing 5 poor quality whips.
Whips?
Yes.
Did you say whips?
Jones.
Yes, as an Indiana
Ooh,
Jones.
ooh,
Dun,
ooh.
dun, 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 dun.
Ooh,
You know what? That could be useful. Not even for degenerate shit, just like other shit.
Subdue
Like,
the
Hold on,
populace.
let me just have my brain work. Okay.
Pardon, I was getting food.
Is that a melee weapon like in the system?
okay.
Okay. I will take one of the whips. And I'll give one to Pasta because I like the idea of a priest with a whip charging into the battlefield.
What do they mean by this?
I'm not a choir boy.
Also,
Um,
you received another interesting item. It's essentially an envelope. And the interesting thing about it is it has your full name on it, Nellis.
my full name.
Your full title, first and family name.
I suppose I open it.
And it says, you open the envelope and inside it says, it's marked as it's a file folder basically that's marked for High Command only.
It's to my high command.
Yes, in a sense, yes.
I'm gonna back off to the wall and open it and look at it, like so that other people can't snoop.
Governor. Fighter. Kriegsmarine.
Hold on, I'm just gonna get rich list.
Chapter master.
Bruh.
Force Commander.
Force Commander Morial.
That is the scones.
Horse commander.
Right, I'm just putting Ritualist's lovely art up on the street.
Just double checking. What kind of whip was it?
Oh,
A poor
Pasta,
quality.
we gave you a heavy flamer and a whip.
Yes. Is it just a normal whip or?
I think he said high quality or some shit.
Poor quality whip.
Oh, poor quality.
So,
So it's a used whip.
yes.
Oh no!
Watch you don't get like fucking hepatitis
whose
C or
flip-
some shit.
Whose skin is this in between the fabrics?
Gage just comes out of his fucking basement.
You know, I keep these secret, but just for you. I'll give them just for you.
So, Nollis, you open up the High Command folder, and inside lays very extensive high-resolution orbital images of the hill you're about to assault in the surrounding area.
Ooh.
Uvu.
Which will have a positive effect,
quite useful.
I'm sure.
Does this mean I get bonuses to certain roles and shit?
Possibly.
I see. Well, that's very good.
Righty-ho. Also,
Does it say who the letter is from?
it does not. It just simply said it was addressed to you. Someone has friends in high places, possibly.
I'm trying to find the whip in the middle.
don't-
I found a Grox whip.
They're statted somewhere. I'll find them later on if they're needed, so... Just write whip for now, but I can pull up the stats when they're actually used, so... With that out the way, and you've rummaging through your gear, Jesse Ventura steps up to the counter to ask an important question.
Who's Horus? I'm just kidding.
Gage looks you over and is like, there you are, Ventura. I've got something for you here, actually.
Glad to hear it.
He pulls out a sort of like a half shroud that's got like unusual. It kind of glistens in the light, and he's like, "We're a bit short on these, but I managed to cook some up out of parts. Here you go. It's a bootleg camo cloak.
Hell yeah.
It only gives you plus 15 to stealth and no other effects, but it's something." So I guess right bootleg, you know, shillelagh or
Yes.
something.
Sweet baby emperor.
And, did you manage to get any leeway on the legacy last right?
Yeah, I got some of here. And he rummages around a bit and pulls out a box. That he opens up briefly, and you see inside a very boxy kind of looking weapon, but it's been retooled a bit. Like the stock's been changed now, and a few bits have been filed down. And the signature, the circular disc in the middle, seems to have been removed. And he says, "Yeah, this is what I came up with. I've been calling it a pulse gun, I guess, of some kind, but I've had to retool it a little bit just to make it work with our tech, so let's see here. It's got a bit of a shorter range.
$4.99.
Shorter range, the cell's not quite as full as it used to be. I had to take out the stabilizer because I don't know what the fuck you would do with that thing. I don't know how the hell you'd maintain it, to be honest, so it's honestly easier this way if you just get rid of the thing.
Up.
But you should be able to charge up the packs easily enough at a decent power source if you can find one. I've also got 2 mags for you. There you go. So yeah, you now have an Imperial pulse gun, quote
Oh, hell
unquote.
yeah.
50-meter range, single shot. 1d10 plus 10 damage.
Is it just me, or is Cage now confirmed to be Adeptus Mechanicus?
I don't think he's Admech.
I think Gage is what you would call he deals in special equipment. From
I'm gonna put the letter in my pocket and walk up to Gage and say, "Do you happen to know who got me this letter?"
Oof. Sorry, what were you saying? The letter?
Yeah.
He says, no, Sonny, I just found it there and it was addressed to you, so I figured, must be yours.
Where'd you find it?
Oh, it was among, some supplies, like, among those cases of, what was in those things? Whips? That was a strange one.
Ah, whips and a letter. It must be from my cousin.
Well, I'm glad it's found its way to you, so.
Katja is going to make her way up, and carefully she's gonna ask, Quartermaster,
Yes, honey?
did you manage to get the thing that I requested?
Is this a psi focus or something?
Basically she was asking for some specialist psycho gear. Any specialist psycho gear, really?
Any specialist psychic gear. Okay.
Yes, that was what she was asking for last time.
Right.
Don't know if you remember.
He, no, because it was like before Christmas.
I
Yeah, but anyway. He basically looks you over and says, it's kind of hard to find psychic gear, but there is something here that might interest you. And he has a little, rummage around and goes, here it is, here it is. There you go. And it's a little combat knife. Well, not so much a combat knife, it's more like an ornamental dagger with a nice little jade handle and a blue steel blade. He says, belonged to some one of them overseer folks that watch over the psychers. Might be useful. I don't know, some people told me this thing's cursed or whatever, but I don't believe in that shit. Maybe you can do something with it, though.
you'll see Katya kind of hesitantly be there, but Yorn is going to step up and take it. Here you go, Katya. This is yours.
Oof.
Yorn is my. If you don't forget, we all have companions with us. I think you've all forgotten about them.
Oh yeah, no, I've been.
I remember Kelson.
Oh, we just don't think about them.
Yeah, that's what it is. I just presume
They are stunt doubles.
they're your shadows,
Yeah.
yeah, that follow you around.
I'm aware.
Unless you get talents to actually make them useful.
But I do like the idea of always being followed by a constantly drunk, very stereotypical Scandinavian man.
Listen, Faith is my shield. That's her name, Faith.
Here you go. Here you go, Katya. This is yours.
So yeah, put
That's the
Strange
process.
J knife for now, and we will. If you decide to use it, it might become apparent.
She accepts it with a whine.
Oof. Anything else, gentlemen?
No, that'll be it. Thank you for the help.
Alrighty.
Well then, let's get going.
Good luck, boys.
Here's a look where we're throwing that heavy flamer thing.
Did you just have a stroke?
Father, talk to me.
By the way, Stu,
No, no.
Is that?
What is the-
Oh, lad, is that burnt toast somewhere? Oh, lad.
Oh, the
what is the
weapon.
magazine size on
Oh,
the,
it's 20.
durable?
And it's got a pen of
pen.
4, so. And no special rules.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a shortened down pulse carbine kind of thing.
Just checking, but that what was it, the gold ribbon or whatever that me and Skog both got? Does that actually do anything?
I think it does, but I would need to look at the page to figure out. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
I think
wouldn't
it
do
still
it.
requires the proper training.
Yeah, I think one of them gives you guys an initiative bonus or something. There was one, or it was like +5 to parry or reactions or something like that.
The triple skull gave a +5 to dodge and parry.
To evasive rolls, yeah. I don't know what the gold ribbon does. I'll figure that out later.
Alright.
Right, are you all ready to embark upon your epic quest?
I guess.
Let's do it.
Right, you board the little power boat, and it takes you to the city of Riga. You walk through the city for a wee bit, admiring the carnage of the previous day's events. It seems pretty deserted. The civilians are either indoor or they've been corralled away to, what's the polite term for it? What they used in the Boer War for civilians?
Focus groups.
Yes.
Concentration camp.
Yes.
Ah, yes!
Oof, spicy.
Slaps it on the back. On the back of the head.
Fucking focus groups, god fucking damn.
Test groups.
They're called piles of ash.
God. Bruh.
The alpha testers.
Yeah.
Fucking. Oh man, the fucking. I finally
Fucking-
figured out what it is with you, Pasta. It's how fucking casually you say everything.
Pasta, your character is just fucking Bomber Harris energy.
Blitz the Fritz Harris. Send the Hun to the Sun Harris.
Do it again, Bomber.
No.
Do it again. Do it again.
Do it again, Bomber Horus.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna find out what this medal does. Hey book, where are the
I'm gonna go
medals?
make
Oh, there
coffee
they are.
here. How do I...
The golden thing. I think the golden ribbon was something I made up, so, or like saw somewhere that didn't actually have an in-game effect.
And also the corporal rank doesn't actually have any effect, does it?
It does. For
It does.
requisition and for, well, how people might view you in-game, so,
Right.
in your authority. So say some scared private from another regiment's like, you know, oh my god, they're coming out of the damn walls. You can be like, fucking pull yourself together, asshole, or whatever, you know, because you're a corporal.
Ah, excellent.
Yes.
Hell
Rank has its privileges in the military
Up
organization.
the ranks.
Ooh, up the ranks. Right. Anyway, so you travel around Riga and then eventually get to a staging area with the rest of your boys, and Lieutenant Phillips is like, alright, chaps, getting aboard the Chimeras, and they'll take us all the way to the hills, so settle in, boys, it might be a bit of a drive, so...
Here we go again.
Righty-ho. Right. You're now inside Chimera.
Alright, let me just place my. Oh boy.
The scale is a bit skewy, but whatever. Actually, let's just enlarge your tokens.
Doesn't look like a chimera.
There you go. There you go. Oof. The giants.
What?
The giant lads. Look at them.
Oh god, is this gonna turn into a full
Ah!
Look at this.
Hi, stop pretending you're small.
Who's small?
I-
Oh shit.
I was just really far in the background.
You know you can
Sorry,
change the
Bruh,
scale in the
the
menu, right?
chat.
Why is Han slightly larger?
Because
than
he's
everyone
fucking your boy.
You're larger in person.
However, you're tall, Nullis, so, oof, wait, hold on. Let me correct this. Ooh, there you go. So loud. Oh, this is so dumb.
So small.
Oh, now we can see your face clearly. Beautiful face. Oh,
There we go. The gang's all
Oh.
together.
oh Lord.
It's fucking adorable. So dumb. This is terrifying.
This is the most bootleg group photo I've ever seen.
Take a picture and hang it on your wall. Take a picture and
Smile
hang it on
and
your
nod,
wall.
boys.
Honestly, you can make this a screenshot for the campaign, like, as a background. The just fucking there's like a meme on YouTube where it's like, I think it gets taken down for YouTuber cunts like that, where it's like Blitzkrieg with the lads, and it's just like, take on me as the panzers and the soldiers are marching by. It's great. Oh god, this is like pure Wehrmacht energy right here.
I need a commemorative photo. There we go.
Big
Thank you.
blitzkrieg energy.
Yeah, basically.
Rachel says, wait, this isn't only war, this is Tetris.
Laser.
Who are these guys? Ex special ed?
Right.
Oh, hell yeah.
You drive and drive for like 6 or so hours. Then you stop for the night and have a romantic campfire dinner next to your tank. And you all think about, you know, the victories and the glory that lie ahead in this holy war against the rebels. And whatever else you think up to say.
God, Emperor, continue to protect us so we may continue to serve you.
That's the point. Do you pray before your meals?
Death to the traitors.
That's the spirit, Pius.
I
Keep up the
pray,
good work.
I pray to the Emperor every morning, before every meal, and before I go to bed at night.
Oh hell
I
yeah,
pray
like
for
a
his
good
pro-
Christian
I pray
boy.
for his, I pray for his protection, and I also pray that, please God, let me have one night without a nightmare.
Am I afraid? Are you familiar with the Grenadier? We don't carry that kind
Yeah.
of fear.
Oh yeah.
Every night I go to bed and I dream of tentacles.
Oh,
More scared every night.
bro.
Thankfully, Quiet has learned early
Father.
in his life that actions speak louder than words.
Father, does this sound like, you know,
Hello.
the taint upon our Saker?
I
Oh,
was psycher. I was born with the taint. Fuck off.
Exactly. I was born tainted. The best we can do is make her dedicated to the Emperor.
so yeah, Noah, you travel for 6 hours.
I'm sorry for being born.
Commissar, Commissar, give me the word, and I will deal with this.
With your melting gun at close range.
A little
I-
mouth again.
Pious.
You just see Kutch. You just see Kutch just sitting in the corner going, I'm sorry for being born.
How about we
Pious.
stop this? How about we stop this heretical discussion?
Oof.
In
Exactly.
general, to be honest.
We're all tools of the Emperor here.
So yeah, Noel, you've been driving for 6 hours, and you stop and have a romantic dinner by the campfire with your boys. So think about the glories ahead and the.
Noah, it really sounds like you're peeing. I know it's your coffee maker, but it sounds like you're peeing.
What if I am?
100%
Why would you be
emotions.
doing that on stream then?
Stream?
You can't control
Stream.
me.
Stream?
I mean,
You can't tell me what to do, Mom.
at least it's not both.
You're not my mom, Dad.
What?
Bro. What? Oh no.
They're transphobic.
Oh.
Anyway,
Good.
let's continue, shall we?
Okay. Let's see. Alright. You go to bed for a few hours, and then you carry on driving throughout the early night
It's okay, Katya.
until
They'll go away someday.
Hans. Why does Hans' person look like no different when it's lean? Like I feel like it was only the background that moved, and it's just staring at me.
That's because it is.
Oh God.
Look in Ventura. He's everywhere. Including behind you right now.
Oh fuck, he's there.
Fucking personnel killer.
watch out, boss.
Have you heard of the Death Corps?
Hey, at least only Ventura appears behind you, behind me appears only. Oh fuck!
Yeah, I can.
Tori's
there we go.
Tori's gonna do the smart thing and not sleep in any of the tents with anyone. She's gonna sleep in the middle of the campsite,
What was
causing
that?
all of the explosions.
Oh,
'Cause that's where she feels safe. So she'll have everyone's explosives just around her, just in case she wants that tonight. You know,
oh hell
why
yeah.
not?
I'm hiding in the closet. Please help.
What?
There's no closet. This is a chimera.
Fuck.
I remember the siege of Rax like it was yesterday.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
if you swallow a grenade, you can blow up the monsters in your dream. I can't promise it won't blow you up. It might help. Yeah, you never know.
By the way, fun fact, I looked at images for BMPs because I thought that'd be more lore friendly. BMPs are cramped as fuck. Have you seen the insides? of them?
Oh yeah.
You're literally like, your knees are up to your fucking chin, and you're just packed in like a sardine on each side. It's horrible.
Like,
How do Soviets disembark from this thing
MPT.
so quickly? Well, to be fair, if you're
Imagine-
cooped up for so long, you'd be like, fuck, I can get out, yeah! Anyway, so, you trundle along.
Anyway,
And then
For-
the orthostatic hypertension hits you.
You travel along for a good few hours. Eventually, the driver kind of yells over to you, we're reaching first light. Expect contact in the next 10 minutes, yeah.
Are we there yet? I'm bored.
you say that one more goddamn
You're
time.
just saying that because you can't explode the damn
Maybe take some more time to get there. I'd really like to stay alive a little longer.
Now, Katya.
Lieutenant
Go,
Dan
please.
calls over the radio after a few minutes, like, alright, Mordians, lock and load. We're entering into combat. ETA 5 minutes. Prepare yourselves. Emperor bless you.
Jolly good show. Let's show these fucking kikes one for.
Now, the price is we'll come face to face with the Emperor soon.
Dude, I'm trying so hard to like fucking RP, but I
You're
can't
doing-
think of anything. I can't think of anything creative to say because I'm so fucking jet lagged.
Don't worry.
So I just said the
Doing
first
great.
thing. I just said the first thing that came to my head. Yeah, it was a kikes apparently. So
You're doing great, my dude.
Mordians. Roll out.
oh god.
Alright. Eventually, the ride was nice, but now the war catches up to you, and you start to hear the sounds of gunfire, and over the radio soon after you hear, Contact! Stay ready, chaps. We're disembarking. 30 seconds.
Trust in the Emperor, Katya. 30 seconds.
Well,
Father in the Emperor.
after about 10 or so seconds, you just hear a loud explosion. And then some muffled cries and static over one of the radios, and you hear the lieutenant bellow, "Disembark, lads! This is it! Go, go, go!" So now, we shall turn to La Hill.
And thus we went to die.
So you'll tumble out of the Chimera and find yourselves there. You appear to be in some kind of tree line in the early light, and you see just bright lasers and loud solid slug fire emanating into the trees.
Oh Jesus Christ! Those guys to the left didn't do so well. I see.
No, that was Lieutenant Dan's Chimera as well.
Lieutenant Dan. What?
Yes,
Oh, damn, no!
Dan the man. Right, I think at this point, with all the chaos going on, you should roll initiative. So click your token
Wait,
and hit
hold
the
on.
initiative.
Wait. When you say chaos going on, do you mean chaos or chaos?
Nah, the chaos of war. It's fine. Not chaos.
Okay, wait, like-
what do we do,
like-
sir?
like
I know that.
Like the chaos of war or like the chaos of war?
The chaos of war.
What do you mean by this?
Shit's going down, and we need to get ready for it, is what he's trying to say.
It's chaotic, not chaos.
Oh,
Not
shit.
yet, anyway.
But do you mean it's chaotic or chaotic?
Bruh.
We'll have to see, Pius. We don't know for certain yet.
Okay,
Still
Rich
fart,
List has
sorry.
done another group
Can
photo.
I just blow us all up now? Just to
I
save
mean,
everyone watching.
you could probably
this.
detonate a melter bomb
I
and
swear,
then
if you
that
blow
would
us
end
up
it
now,
all.
I'm going to send you to the Emperor.
Loads meltagun with malicious intent.
Okay, let's. What are we doing? Rolling fucking.
You're rolling your initiative while I sort this all out, yeah.
That's a good
Tetris. Bruh.
Hell yeah!
Only Tetris.
That's great.
Yes.
I'm so. I
yeah.
can't even make out who's where.
Well, let's see. Left to right. I think one is Jesse Ventura. And then I don't know.
Well, Ventura would be the one with the funny mask. Right
But
above him
yeah.
would be a. Wait, hold on. I think that would be.
Who the fuck?
That's
What?
Skog on the bottom next to Ventura.
Yeah, he's the one with the slashy face, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the bearded man? Is that me? He's holding the gun up, so I think that's me.
I
Maybe.
think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
confusing.
No,
I think Katja is in the middle.
Yeah, I
I
think
mean, who,
that's
but me and Ash are, it's pretty obvious, but.
Yeah.
And
Then
Skog
there's Ash.
and Han.
And all the way on the right, I think we're quietest.
Yeah. I agree.
The top is this one as well. Okay. Oh, that's a funny hat. Alright.
Yes.
It
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like.
Ah,
Hold on.
I see.
Aha.
I was right. I was right.
So was I.
Oh boy.
Oh, forgot I had
No.
to click my character before I pressed the roll.
The. What does it remind me of? Oh, okay, yeah. Fucking. This is what the hat drawn in that reminds me of.
Bruh.
That's great.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
What are we doing?
Some high initiative boys.
And
Oh,
of course,
no.
Cletus is on the far right.
Are you all good for initiative now?
Stu, is it too
Yes.
early to yell? Is it too early to yell to my comrades here about spacing?
Problem. Nah, you're good. You yell shit. By the way, Nils, thanks to those maps you have, you can input, you can share the battlefield telemetry with your squad, which has a really good benefit.
I will do this.
You can reveal the entire fog of war of the map.
I will do this.
Bruh! There you go.
So question. Are we at the bottom of the hill and we see all the fighting going on and we're about to make our way up the hill? Or is there
Okay,
also
so-
fighting at the bottom of the hill?
Ash, so all of this is us at the bottom, and then it's only enemies at the top. And we're gonna
Oh, well, I
run up
can't-
this hill towards a fortified position and try to take it.
Because I'm driving, so I can't see. That's why I'm asking.
I believe he's telling us to.
I thought you meant the Chimera for a second, and I was really confused. Stu, are the Chimeras still being operated?
Yes, which is quite handy.
Are we just outside of them?
You've tumbled out of the Chimera that was next to you guys, that one. And you're on the ground next to it.
Okay.
Okay. It appears to be the guys on the walls. Turn.
Oh my god.
They're gonna take a shot at your Chimera. A rocket whizzes past your Chimera, just missing it.
Sweet baby Emperor.
Baby
Gonna protect me.
Let's see.
Protect.
One of your comrades gets wounded.
Oh no.
Which one?
That one on the left there, he just takes a stray bullet. Pew.
No!
That would be Ash's comrade.
guy!
Okay, other guys on the fortifications.
Good thing they all roll highest initiative, huh?
Yeet.
So is Ash's comrade dead?
No, he's just wounded, or she's wounded. I don't know what Ash's comrade is, gender-wise.
Meat Shield is a lady. She is a useless lady, but Meat Shield is a lady.
Do I have a companion or whatever the fuck?
Yes, you should have one.
No, because
I
you're a
don't-
commissar.
No.
No?
Okay,
Okay.
then.
It's fine.
Oh, did Commissar specifically not go?
Yep. Okay, pick off
Whose
some
turn is it now?
guys.
Is it more of their? Oh yeah, they've got the good initiative.
Right, it's Katja Void's turn.
Alright.
Oh, no.
Katja is going to breathe deeply, trying to avoid a panic attack.
Hell yeah.
Someone give her some Zoloft.
And it's then going to move forward slightly.
Yeah.
And focus her mind towards the fortifications. And
Cool.
I'm going to use psychic ability.
Oh, hell yeah.
Alright, just reminding myself what the fuck Favorite of the Water does. Right, that was it. Wait, what? Oh, there, that's how you use the sheet. Fuck.
Do you say sheep?
Oh no.
Sheet? Yeah.
I didn't realize we were that kind of Irish.
Oh, that's Welsh.
Yeah.
Ah, it's all the same.
Right. That
Oh, shiz.
that isn't the right number. Should be higher than that, but it failed anyway. Alright, it failed.
Did it fail?
Yeah, it failed.
Okay. Do you want to do... Well, I guess that's it. You moved and cast power, so... Okay. Your boy, Pius.
Ah. Well. Oh, I need to do the measurement thing.
I believe you're at
Oh.
long range.
That doesn't matter to me though, because I have marksman.
Oh yeah, forgot.
Bruh.
Fucking marksman melter gun.
Oh, well, you didn't forget. I just got it, I think. Or no,
Stand
maybe I
up
had
and
it the previous
sword.
match. Yeah, no, I had. Never mind. I had it last one. Anyway, well. Guess I'm just gonna go prone and carefully fire at the big cannon thing.
And the big cannon. Okay.
Oh, oh, wait, there's two of them. Okay, do either of them have any degree of cover from me?
Yeah, but you're firing a melter gun, so...
So no?
so not really,
Ah,
no.
yes, don't fire into me.
Get out of the way, father!
I can't. You're too fast.
No, I'm just checking. Since he's directly adjacent to me, I'm not actually worried about hitting him, am I?
No, you're not. It's fine.
Okay, good. You're fine, father! Hey,
Just shoot,
I
shoot
hope
over
so,
top
you
his shoulder
bastard.
and give him third degree burn.
well,
Don't flame my ass now.
don't worry, I won't flame it. I'll melt it. Okay, rolling to hit.
Alright,
I
it's
get
20
an extra
meters
dice,
on
I'm
a
holding you
melter
accountable.
gun, I believe, so... Melter...
So since is this half aim or full aim?
Ah, you can half aim if you're one, you've got enough actions.
Half aim.
So you aiming at the one on the left or the right?
The one that is to the east and south. The guy with the blue dots behind it.
Okay, yep.
Okay, I'm going to put it in as standard range because I don't get the penalties for longer than that.
Yep, that's fine.
Is this considered a standard attack?
Yes.
Any modifier?
You get your plus 10 for aiming if you haven't already got that.
That was included in that, so just 0. then.
Okay, and then plus 10 because you're prone.
Hell yeah.
I'll just give you a little brace buff.
Quick
Ooh.
sword
Oh
engine.
shit, you might want to fade that.
How many
I'm gonna
fate
use a
points have you
fate
got?
point.
I'd say it's worth it.
Yep.
Okay, so I can just roll the same thing again, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just roll a d100.
Oh hell yeah. Okay, roll the damage. Hmm.
It's not the worst.
Well, let's see. The
That
cannon
looks like-
takes a quite hefty chunk of damage, and it may very well be inoperable.
Ooh.
But
Is there
it's
degrees of success in an attack?
some attacks it does, like multiple shots and swings and so forth.
If you hit the ammunition of it, would it explode?
Possibly, yes.
Because I hit it by over 50.
Yeah. Basically, your shot goes a slightly above it, singes like most of the barrel and a good portion of the weapon, but it doesn't detonate since the power pack's hidden beneath the sandbags, and the men just kind of duck for cover as this is happening, so they are mostly unharmed. But you may very well have knocked that thing out of commission, so that's not too bad. Go.
Praise the God Emperor.
Okay, your Chimera. Let's see, Chimera. Right, the Chimera is going to twirl around. Vroom vroom.
Stu,
It's going to vroom
am I the
vroom
highest
forward.
ranking officer on the board right now?
Yeah, you are technically. Well, you're not a commanding officer, but you are the highest prestige man around.
Alright.
Lieutenant Dan's technically in command. The Chimera trundles forward, and providing you guys a little bit of cover, and it pivots its multi-turret up, its multi-laser up, and starts firing a high-pitched whine of energy fire that just streams out of the turret in quick succession. Let's see. But it mostly misses, however, just above the sandbags. Or it scatters harmlessly into the bags as the men duck for cover. And the Pintle Heavy Bolter has more success. So look. You lose. It's 1 degree.
Okay.
Okay, one of the men splattered. Oh. Alright. See how these boys are gonna do.
Lord, serious business.
The massive conscripts on the walls are gonna level their auto guns and shoot at your platoon of men down there, like good old 18th century warfare.
Bunch of slack-jawed faggots up there.
One hits. Okay. And one of your boys dies. Oof.
No!
Not the best marksmanship in the world, but it's something. They got him.
That man! No!
No, this guy!
No!
I can't believe we lost him.
Guys, he needs a
Medic back. He's dying.
You'll be forever missed, dear Rando.
Okay. One of the las cannons pivots round and takes a shot at your Chimera over there. And it hits.
Oh no.